Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John, and we are in the world-famous sipping den. Yes, we are. On this channel, right in this very den, I do everything. I review everything that has anything to do with alcohol and everything that has anything to do with coffee. I am the only one in the world that can do it, and I have broken the code of YouTube's playlist and have made everything I do, I've categorized it and subcategorized it in a way that makes it extremely easy for you to find everything I do. It's so unique, and it's weird to say this, but even though I invented it and broke the code, I can't even describe it. You're just going to have to go over there and look at it. That's the challenge I give to you. When you do, I won't ask for a sub. You won't be able to do it fast enough. Now, every comment, too, I pin the first one because it has a link which pertains to whatever I'm reviewing. In this case, coffee. Now, InfuSio. I ordered a box of InfuSio K-Cups. It came in, or it had 12 different flavors or expressions. What I liked about it was this company does not even make this coffee. When I say make it, I mean, ground it, roast it until you order it. So I thought, well, let me give it a try. It should be fresh. You order the coffee, then they roast it and grind it, send it straight to you. The K-Cup was like it was ready to pop because of the gases coming off, so I know it was fresh. If you ever get a bag of coffee, a lot of times it'll have that little kind of like hole in it where you can press it and you smell it. That's not really for you to smell. I mean, it's to let the gases out so the bag doesn't explode. So anyway, I think this was fresh. It's interesting. I thought I would give it a shot. I'll be doing all 12 over time. InfuSio, this is the City Roast. Don't know what it means necessarily, but see those little dots right there? That goes from light to bold. And there's 5, and this is on number 3, so I'm assuming this is like a medium boldness, medium roast. So let's see what's going on with the City Roast. Their version of whatever City Roast means. There it is. Let's give it a sniff. It's got a, believe it or not, almost a cherry type smell to it. Fruit type. With a mellow, mild, traditional coffee smell to it. Let's give it a taste. Hopefully it's not too hot. I like my coffee piping hot. An acclimation sip. While I'm doing that, let me say, if you're into coffees, I assume you are because you're here, I do every type of method for making coffee in my videos. I do every type of coffee from extremely expensive and rare down to everyday, very affordable coffees. It's whatever I can get my hands on. It's whatever someone brings me. A lot of my friends and family know, obviously, I do these coffee reviews when they go for Christmas or for birthday or they're out traveling anywhere. They always bring me back coffee. Whenever I travel, I get coffee. I get it online. I just love it. But I like to do the everyday, what most of us drink. And the fancy stuff, if you can get a hold of it, I always suggest do it on one of your days off, like one day a week, make it, stretch it out. That day, whether it's Sunday, the day I do it, or whatever day, you can put on this video, watch a nice coffee video, make yourself that special cup on your day off, a beautiful way to start the day, right? And that's use your specialty. Every day, the hustle and bustle for work, you're throwing in a K-Cup, you're throwing in something fast. I get it. All right. So, another sip. We'll go into the details. It's hot. All right. So, here's the details. Now, there's different brewing methods, of course. I mean, even with a K-Cup, right? You can do large, medium, and small. There's the amount of water they put through it. The least amount of water, the more intense the flavor. So, bear that in mind. Now, let's just talk about the acidity and the bitterness right off the bat. So, not very acidic. And if you get something that's too acidic, you can do one of two things. You can put the slice amount of salt in there, not too much to change the flavor, but it will bring the acid down. Or you could put milk / heavy cream. Well, I use heavy cream. That takes the acidity out. It also takes bitterness out, which I'm going to talk about now. All coffee generally has some bitterness on the end. It lets you know you're drinking coffee. There's nothing wrong with that. Balances things out. This does, but I would say it's medium to medium minus on the bitterness. Not a lot of acid, not a lot of bitterness. Now, as far as the flavor goes, I would put this light flavor. Therefore, it probably doesn't take, well, if you're doing any flavored creamer, I also do those, you wouldn't need much. You don't want to hide the flavor too much. If you use any type of sweetener, you wouldn't need much. Cream, you wouldn't need much because it's delicate as it is. It's an easy sipper by itself, black. Oh, I made that hot. Yeah, it's just an easy sipping cup of coffee with some nice mild flavor. That's the way I'm going to describe it. Now, I do like heavy cream. In almost every show, I put heavy cream in. Now, doing it more for you on this one, because this one I'd probably sip without the cream. But let's put the cream in a little bit. Look at that, right? Yeah, I told you I like it. Just put a little. Don't need a lot in this one. You don't want to hide the flavor. Right? Just want to enhance it or add to it. Stir it. Another little tip, if you can, you may not have ever had this problem, depends on the glass, but a metal stir on glass when it's hot can crack your glass. Or if you have some nice porcelain, you want to use some wood. I just use a little chopstick here. Save you, right? Save your glass. That's why the English put cream, by the way, in their tea back in the day. Their porcelain tea cups are so delicate that the hot tea was too hot, it would crack it. They used cream to cool it down. Got used to the flavor. So just a little tip. Forget that part was a little thing that popped in my head, but the stir could be important. All right, here it is. Of course, I get that cream flavor now mixing in with the coffee. Color. It is the way I like it. Actually, it has enhanced it for me. Even though it was good and mild, something about the cream. And coffee to me, the whole ritual, no matter how I make it, and I make it a lot of ways, and this was just a K-Cup, but the whole thing of brewing that coffee, even with a K-Cup, and sitting down and relaxing with that cup, especially first thing in the morning, although I got to admit I kind of trinkle it throughout the day, is the most relaxing thing in the world to me. And to sit there with family or friends and share a cup of coffee, there's nothing like it. And I have been blessed to be able to travel around the world, really, both through a job that I had, mainly the Marine Corps right there, but other job, and for pleasure. And coffee is such a big thing, part of the culture of so many countries. And I'm just ate up with it, and I just love it, and I dive in, and I get involved, and I just say, I have a passion for this. Enjoy your cup. Look at some of the other stuff I review. Become a sub. Become part of this nation here. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.